It's officially December, my second favorite month of the year. It used to be my favorite, but the older I get, the more I just dislike the cold and love the summer. So July has become my favorite, with December a very close second. And I love December, obviously, because it's Christmas time and I love the holidays. I love the festivities and I love the decorations. I was actually late with decorating the outside of my house this year. I put up a ton of lights and I usually have it done before Thanksgiving so that way I can enjoy it on Thanksgiving. But I kind of put too much on my plate the last few weeks. So outside got put a little lower on my priority list. That was until I started driving around and seeing other people with their lights up. And it gave me that kick in the butt I needed to get to work. So we're officially decorated and I love it. It makes the dark evenings a little more bearable. I hate that it gets dark so early. I'm sure that there isn't many people that really like it, but by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, I feel like I should be getting ready for bed and not motivated to do much of anything. But there is a lot of evening left at 6 o'clock. I think we're all just more motivated to do stuff when it's bright and warm. We also had our first snow flurry the other day, which I'm totally not ready for. But I guess the snow kind of goes along with the season, which we're in full holiday season mode. Happy Hanukkah to those that celebrate. That starts this week. Russ is Jewish, so we'll be lighting our menorah this week. And Christmas is a little less than 3 weeks away. That is just crazy. I hope that didn't send anyone into panic mode. If it did, take a deep breath. It's really easy to get overwhelmed and burnt out this time of year. So today I'm sharing my tips to help you avoid that burnout. We talk to so many moms on the verge of burnout because they don't know how to manage their schedules, how to prioritize all the things on their plate, and how to say no to the things that don't align with their values. If that sounds like you, then please take advantage of my holiday discount. I'm offering 25% off my single coaching sessions if you book this month. I'm also offering 25% off my gift cards. So if you don't know what to get that special mama in your life, a time management coaching session could be that perfect gift. You can check out my website, momwifecareerlife.com, for more details, or email me at support@momwifecareerlife.com. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Kerri, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first, because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. The holidays are here and the clock is ticking on all those things us moms have to do this season. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. It is your crunch time. And if you celebrate Christmas, you still have some time left. But as we all know by now, time flies, especially this time of year. And it's so easy for us moms to fall into complete overwhelm mode. So today, I wanted to share my tips on how to avoid getting burnt out this holiday season. Number 1, plan ahead. The number one way to avoid burnout and stress is to plan. If you didn't already grab my free Christmas planning guide, that is your first place to start. One of the most time-consuming things on a mom's plate around the holidays is shopping for gifts. So if you're organizing your gifts, writing out who you need to buy for and the ideas of what you want to get them, that allows you to really focus while you're shopping, whether it's in an actual store or if you're shopping online. You should also plan out your activities. There is a bonus Christmas activity list in my free guide that has a bunch of fun ideas that you could do with your family this month. The best ways to actually be able to do those activities is to pull out your calendar and pick dates to actually do those activities. If you don't plan it, chances are you won't be able to fit in all the things that you want to do this month. And if you're anything like me, you want to do it all. One of my favorite things to do is bake cookies for my neighbors, but it literally takes the entire day. So if I don't put it on the calendar, then that time is probably going to get booked. And especially with sports seasons, I have to finagle around basketball schedules. Last year was actually a struggle between sports schedules and the school play. Every weekend was pretty much booked. So sometimes you need to get creative with your schedule. Number 2, time block. Once you have all the gift ideas in place and all your activities picked out, it is time to actually time block. As you're planning your week, block out time to do your shopping, to make those homemade gifts, to work on that costume for that holiday play, or whatever extra project that you have going on your plate this month. Number three, delegate. This is a really hard one for me, but I'm getting better at it. Look at your gift list, your activity list, and maybe your to do list and see what tasks you can actually delegate. Maybe you're able to order a gift, but you have to pick it up at a store, or maybe one of the activities you want to do requires you to purchase tickets. Ask your husband or your partner for help. They may need very specific directions, but giving directions may take less time than you actually having to go and do that task. You can also have friends help. If you have a friend that is heading to the store that you have to pick something up at, ask if they can grab it for you. And return the favor. If you're running to Target, you can ask your friend, hey, is there anything you need there? Number four, build in time for self care. Self care gets harder to do around the holidays, but it's so important to make sure you are blocking time for yourself, mamas. And I'm totally guilty of this. My morning routine got completely out of whack while I had family visiting. I wasn't getting up as early as I normally do. And instead of doing my normal routine, I was spending time with them, which took a higher priority for everything. But I definitely feel the difference. I wasn't eating as healthy as I normally do. I am not fitting into my clothes. I wasn't drinking as much water as I normally do. And I feel that in my skin. I wasn't getting out for my morning walks as much. And those walks really help clear my head and organize my thoughts for the day. So I definitely feel better when I have that routine and that self care practice in place. You just feel better when you take care of yourself. So make it a priority. Number five, relax. I also put this one on for myself because the only time I could really relax is when I'm on vacation, away from the house, away from responsibilities, and not distracted by all the things I have to do or want to get done. But you need to take the time to just sit and do nothing. This goes along with self care. I will say the best way I can relax in my house is by taking a bath, which I was really great at doing, but it's been a while since I actually took some time to just soak in the tub. So I'm making sure I block some time this week to do that. Number six, manage expectations. As moms, we want to make this season just magical for our kids. We want to do all the things. Just don't overdo it. If you don't have the time, you don't have the time. When you're looking at the Christmas activity list, don't expect to check every box, especially if your kids have busy schedules. Next weekend, every day, including my birthday, that's next weekend, is taken up by Kaylee's fall play. So that's prime days that we know we can't plan anything else. So we have to prioritize the things that we really want to do versus the things we would like to do. So if we end up not having time in the month to do everything, at least we get the things done that we really wanted to do. I also let my kids weigh in. Like Michael really wants to go to our local zoo that does Christmas lights and does a cute holiday setup. So we have to plan a night for that. And then I'm going to have the girls pick what they really want to do. If we have time to get to the entire list, that's great. But if we don't, at least we did the things that were important to the kids. Not just important for me, because it is about the kids. Number seven, set boundaries. It is okay to say no to additional commitments, especially this month. I am at max capacity. So if it's not something to help my family out, then chances are I'm going to politely say no. If you need help with that one, check out episode 26, How to Say No Without the Guilt. And always remember, by saying yes to someone or something else, you are ultimately saying no to something else. So really think about what's important this season and what you're saying yes and no to. Number eight, limit social media. This is a big one. Besides being a complete time suck, social media can totally bring you down during the holidays. People posting pictures of all the great things they're doing and their kids' smiling faces, and you start to do that comparison thing. Don't compare yourself or your family to what you see on social media. Kids aren't perfect all the time. And they may be smiling in that Facebook picture, but that doesn't mean that just before that picture, they didn't have a complete meltdown. So don't go by Facebook pictures. And the elf on the shelf. And I'm guilty of this too. I post my elf pictures, but some elves do some crazy elaborate things. If your elf just moves around to different places, that is okay. Stop the comparison. Number nine, focus on quality over quantity. It's not about the amount of things you squeeze into this holiday season. It's about spending time as a family and creating those fun memories. You don't want your kids to remember a stressed out mom during the holidays when it's hard. I know we all want to do all the things, but I'm lucky to have a husband that puts me in check if he sees I'm going off the rails and just stressing out. If he sees I'm getting stressed, he gives me that gentle reminder by asking me, is the stress worth whatever I'm doing? And usually the answer is no, and I scale it back a bit. Number 10, outsource where you can. If it's within your budget, start outsourcing some of the tasks to free up some time. Groceries, either do a store pickup or better yet, delivery, house cleaning, get someone to help out for a few weeks, those leaves outside, get a landscaper, or better yet, if you can get your kids to do it and you can pay them a little extra pocket cash for them to go buy their own Christmas gifts, that's a good idea too. Whatever makes your life a little easier, just do it. Again, if it's within your budget. Or if you don't know what to ask your husband for Christmas, not that this is a fun Christmas gift, but if you want to ask, hey, can we get a cleaning lady for the month? Take some things off your plate. Number 11. This last one is for those moms like me that have older kids and younger kids. Ideally, we would love for our family to be able to do all the holiday things together, but if your older kids are not into it, it's okay to do things without them, especially if they're just going to mope around and not enjoy it. And it's also not fair for your younger kids not to do an activity because your older kids are not into it anymore, or to have their experience ruined because you have a mopey kid. I want Michael to have all the same experiences the girls had, and if that means that I'm doing them with just him, then it is what it is. And this is a bonus tip, number 12. Moms, if you need a break, there is nothing wrong with just laying on the couch and having a Christmas movie night with the kids. It's one of our favorite things to do. You can pour yourself a glass of wine, grab your favorite blanket, and just lie back. You can even use that time to do some online shopping. I hope you feel a little better after hearing some of my tips. And I know that it's a bit long, so let's recap. Number 1, plan ahead. Planning is the best way to reduce stress. If you haven't snagged my free Christmas planning guide, check out the show notes for the link or DM me Happy Holidays on Instagram. Number 2, time block. Block time in your week for shopping and for whatever activities you want to do. If you don't block that time, someone else or something else will take it from you. Number 3, delegate. Give your husband or partner something to do, but don't forget to give clear directions. Number 4, build in time for self-care. Drink that water, eat healthy when you can, and if you can get out for a walk or even soak in that bath, do it. Number 5, relax. This goes hand in hand with self-care. Take some time to just sit and enjoy the season. If you have a tree up, sitting in the dark with that tree on with a hot cup of cocoa, it's a perfect treat. Number 6, manage expectations. Don't put too much on your plate. If you don't have the time, then be honest with yourself and only plan for what you have time for. Number 7, set boundaries. This is at work and at home. It's okay to say no or push back on things that you don't have time to do. Number 8, limit social media. Do not fall victim of comparing yourself to others, especially with the elf. Number 9, focus on quality over quantity. You don't want your kids' memory of the holidays being mama was stressed the whole time. Number 10, outsource where you can. Free up some time by getting help. Hire a cleaning person, order food online, get a landscaper to clear those leaves, or even hire someone to hang those outdoor lights. Number 11, it's okay not to do activities with the entire family. Don't let younger kids miss out because your older kids aren't interested anymore. And bonus tip number 12. If mama just needs a break, pop in that Christmas movie, give your kids some holiday movie treats, and just sit back and relax. I hope you found this episode helpful. If you did, I would love for you to share it with your friends. It's the best way to help my show grow. You can also head on over to our free Facebook community and share what tips you found helpful, or if you have a tip that you'd like to share, I would love to hear it. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Kerri Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it in your Instagram stories, and tag me, and let them know they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you would like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or join our new Facebook community. Sending you love and light until next time on the Mom Wife Career Life podcast with Kerri Pat.